Hey guys, welcome back to my home gym. Today is another lift day where I focus on one of my 4 compound movements, and today that's deadlifts. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Paul Hadfield and I've been an entrepreneur for decades. My business is in the payments and point of sale space, and I don't have much time outside of work. I'm a busy husband, father, and entrepreneur, but I've always wanted to stay lean and fit. So I've created a program that lets me do that in the shortest time periods so that I can achieve those goals. All right, so today we're gonna jump into a workout. Let's dive in. Now, deadlifts is a full body exercise, but primarily targets the legs. And for me, deadlifts is the most important day because it's the one lift that, number 1, you can lift the most weight, and number 2, incorporates more muscles than any other lift. It's a staple in my program. Now, I don't do deadlifts with any other leg exercises because it's so taxing on the body. So for me, I do 3 heavy sets, resting 5 minutes in between, and I haven't lifted for the past 48 hours, so my body is fully recovered, so I can put the most intensity into this program. Now, before I start deadlifts and before I start any heavy lift, I do 5 minutes of light warm-up. Sometimes I'll jump on the Peloton, sometimes I'll go for a walk, but most of the time I'll just get started by doing some light stretches and some low weights of what I'm about to lift. So for deadlifts, I'm gonna start maybe with just the bar, and I'm gonna add 50 pounds and do a few sets until my body is primed and ready to lift heavier weight. So I'm about to jump into my second warm-up set, and I only do 1 or 2 reps, again, saving as much energy as I can for those working sets, but making sure my body is fully warmed up. Now, I track every single workout. If you're not tracking what you're doing, it's hard to tell if you're making any progress. So everything that I do, from my reps to my weight, even sometimes I'll make notes on my form if I think I can improve, goes right in this book. So today, because I'm focusing on deadlifts, I'm gonna look back at the last time I did deadlifts, which is a little over a week ago. And my first set, I did 7 reps with 6 45 plates and 2 25 plates. So today, I think I'm gonna increase the weight by 5 or 10 pounds because I like to keep that first set at about 6 to 7 reps. Now, I use the reverse pyramid style of training. So each set, I'm gonna drop the weight and try to increase the repetitions. Now, the I in RhindFit stands for intensity, and intensity for me means not only having intense workouts, but trying to outdo what you did last week, either by total weight or by repetitions. So every single set, I'm trying to increase one of the 2 from the previous week. Okay, so this is about 370 pounds. I increased 5 pounds from last week. Last week, I did 365 pounds, and I did about 7 repetitions. It's unlikely that I'm gonna get 7 today because I did increase the weight, but I'm gonna make sure, just like every set, that I go till failure, till I can't do another rep. But I also wanna make sure that that last rep still has good form. So when I hit this weight on the floor, if I feel like my form isn't going to be great or I could risk injury, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take notes, I'm gonna rest 5 minutes and put that energy into my second set. Okay, so I was able to do 6 repetitions. Part of me wanted to go for a 7th, but again, I felt like my form might drift a little bit. I don't want to risk a back injury. And I felt good about it because I did add 5 pounds from last week. So that was a successful set. And also, think about the taxation on the body. That was 370 pounds at 5 reps. I can't do that math in my head. That's over 1,000 pounds lifting weight in about 30 seconds. So now I want to wait, make sure my heart rate goes down. I'm going to take notes so I can look back on it, and I'm going to load the bar for my next set. All right, so I'm about to jump into my second set on my deadlift day. I've rested for about 5 minutes. My heart rate is back to normal, and I feel like I'm ready to lift with intensity and lift as much weight as I can while still maintaining good form. So I'm looking back on my notes from last week when I did my last deadlift session, and my second set, I had 9 reps with 6 45-pound plates and 2 2.5 plates. So generally, I like to keep my first set at 6 to 7 reps, my second set at 7 to 8 reps, my last set 8 to 9, sometimes 10 reps. So I hit 9 reps on that second set, which tells me it's time to increase the weight. And I actually have added 10 pounds to this bar. And I'm hoping to get maybe about 7 reps, but only if I can maintain proper form. So on this set, just like all my other sets, I need to make sure that I have maximum focus. I need to focus on my form. I need to think about what I'm doing. I need to make sure I'm using a full range of motion so that I can get the proper use out of this lift, especially because I only do a few sets on deadlift day. Each one needs to have as much impact as possible. Okay, so I was able to lift even more with even more weight than last week with good form. So this tells me a number of things. One, my recovery was on point. My nutrition throughout the week, my sleep throughout the week allowed my body proper recovery so that I could come in with as much intensity as possible. So I was shooting for, I think 7 or 8 reps. I think I got 10. So that was definitely a success. This second set next week, I'm gonna be increasing that weight without a doubt. One other thing that I like to do, especially on lifts like a deadlift or a squat, where form is key, I always record myself. During this rest period, I'm gonna watch it back, check my form, and then get ready for my third and final working set. And what I'm doing is looking at my notes to see what I did last week. Now, because my second set, I was able to get more reps than I thought, I'm feeling extra strong, so I actually added about 10 pounds to the bar from what I did on this third set last week. So I'm gonna stick with 8 to 9 reps, hopefully. Again, if I can keep good form, I'll keep going until I go to failure. I always push my body to failure on every set until I can't possibly lift another repetition with good form. So with that, let's jump into my third and final set. Maintaining proper form, using a full range of motion, and putting as much intensity into every rep as I possibly can. All right, so that's gonna conclude my deadlifting session. I did 3 heavy sets. Each rep went to failure, and I was able to successfully increase my repetitions and weight for almost each set over what I did the previous week. So it was extremely successful. I made notes of everything so that next time I go to do my deadlift day, I can refer to them and try to outdo what I did the last time. If you liked what you saw here and you like my techniques and tips on how to deadlift, make sure you like and subscribe for more. And also comment down below, let me know what else you'd like to see.